Why most small businesses fail, the brutal truth from the E-Myth. The E-Myth Revisited, Michael E. Gerber. Why do so many businesses fail, even when the founder is incredibly talented? A brilliant baker opens a bakery. A great designer launches an agency. An exceptional marketer starts a consultancy. At first, it seems obvious that success should follow. After all, they know the craft better than anyone. But according to Michael Gerber in the E-Myth Revisited, this is exactly where the problem begins. The biggest myth in entrepreneurship is the belief that if you understand the technical work of a business, you understand how to run the business itself. Gerber calls this the entrepreneurial myth, or the E-Myth. This idea is deceptively simple, but it explains why so many businesses collapse under the weight of their own success. The story often begins with what Gerber calls an entrepreneurial seizure. This is the moment when a skilled professional decides, often out of frustration, that they no longer want to work for someone else. A baker thinks, I can do this better myself. A consultant thinks, why am I building someone else's dream? A salon specialist thinks, if I'm this good, I should own the business. The decision feels empowering, freedom, independence, control. But very quickly, reality changes. Instead of doing only the work they love, they now have to manage everything. Operations, hiring, finance, sales, systems, customer service. Suddenly, the thing they were best at becomes only a small fraction of what the business actually requires. And this is where burnout begins. Gerber explains that every business owner contains three personalities: the technician, the manager, and the entrepreneur. The technician is the doer. This is the part of you that loves the craft itself. Writing the copy, baking the pie, designing the ad campaign. The technician lives in execution. The manager is the organizer. This part needs order, process, predictability, and structure. It builds checklists, systems, and consistency. Then there is the entrepreneur. This is the visionary, the part that sees the future, spots opportunities, and asks what the business could become. Most struggling founders, according to Gerber, are trapped almost entirely in the technician role. They spend their days delivering the service, solving urgent problems, and reacting to chaos. As a result, the business becomes completely dependent on them. And that dependence is the real trap. If the founder stops working, the business stops working. At that point, they do not own a business. They own a job. Often, a more exhausting one than the one they left. This is one of the most powerful ideas in the entire book. A real business must be able to function beyond the founder's direct presence. That is why Gerber repeatedly emphasizes one critical principle: work on your business, not just in your business. This means creating systems, documenting processes, defining customer journeys, standardizing quality, building repeatable outcomes. Gerber uses the idea of a franchise prototype as the ideal model. Even if you never plan to franchise, you should build the business as if it could be replicated anywhere by someone else. This changes everything. Instead of asking, how do I do this better? You ask, how can this be done consistently without depending on me? That shift is what transforms a self-employed professional into an actual entrepreneur. The book also makes a deeper psychological point. Many people start businesses seeking freedom, but because they never build systems, they create a prison of their own making. Longer hours, more pressure, constant emergencies, no scalability, no exit. Gerber's message is almost brutally honest. The problem is rarely the business itself. The problem is how the founder thinks about it. By the end, the E-Myth Revisited leaves you with a powerful realization. Being skilled is only the beginning. The true work is building something that can survive, grow, and deliver value without consuming your entire life. Because the goal is not merely to own a business. The goal is to build a business that can stand on its own. And that is what separates a skilled professional from a real entrepreneur.